Hey everyone, it's Amy again from Final Hysteria. I'm finally getting life back together again after the break-in that I was talking about from my last video, and I really decided, I was like, I gotta hurry up and make some videos for some haul videos for my trip to the Pacific Northwest because I have so much stuff. So I decided I'm going to break it out into a few different videos. This first video is going to be strictly all of the finds that I got in Olympia, Washington. There's some great, just terrific musical history in Olympia. I mean, so many bands got their start there. You know, most notably, of course, one of my favorites, Sleater-Kinney. You know, it's the home of K Records. It's just a great place, a really cool little town, and it has 2 record stores, and I got some really excellent stuff at both. So I'm gonna show you what I got in Olympia. On the way from the airport heading down to Portland, Olympia was the first stop that I made actually after Tacoma, and I had been reading stuff about Rainy Day Records in Olympia for a long time and was really looking forward to going, and that store did not disappoint. I was really jet lagged and tired when I walked in, and so it was sort of like I was a little overwhelmed. There's so much stuff in that store. So I just decided, you know, I was just looking to see what I could find, but I didn't look through every bin. I didn't have anything in my head about what I was, you know, it's like I had like 30 some odd pages of stuff that, you know, I was trying to remember that I wanted, that was on my want list. But as soon as I stepped into the store, I just kind of all went out of my head. So so I just kind of looked around and found a few things during that trip, and I will show you those things right now. The first thing I found, actually the first thing, because when you walk in, before you even get to the vinyl, you are hit with cassettes. And you know, I know I keep saying I don't collect cassettes, but I think I do now. But I'm not gonna get that many of them. But there were some cool ones. So I kind of had to just go ahead and get them. The first one is GIRLPOOL, Before the World Was Big. I love GIRLPOOL. I've seen them a couple of times, and I love their stuff. This is their most recent album. This one came out in 2015, and it's on WICHITA Records. And what's cool about this is I just love the color of the cassette. So it's just this cool blue, and I thought that was pretty neat, so I decided to go ahead and grab that one. And then another record that has come out fairly recently on Hardly Art is Taco Cat, and I think I showed this in a video, maybe a couple of videos back. I showed you the vinyl that I got when I was at Cayenne Record Shop, and that was a really cool color on the vinyl, and the cassette also has a neat color too. It's this great translucent purple. So I was like, well, I really want to get that, so I picked this one up as well. And then the last cassette is something that is really cool, and I was very happy to find. This is Julep. It's a YOYO compilation. Yo-Yo Go-Go, when they had the shows, they actually put out a few records that were compilations of the different live performances. This is just a general compilation of different artists, and it's got some really cool stuff on it. It's got Bratmobile, it has Link, Heavens to Betsy, Carp, Slant Six, Tiger Trap. A lot of really cool stuff on this. And this cassette is from 1993. And it was still sealed, which I thought was nice. And it's also on a really cool color. It's on yellow, and it's got the name of the album, but then when you flip it over, it's got the floral design that's on the cover. So I thought that was pretty cool. I was really excited to find this one, and actually I'll be showing you in another video. While I was in an antique store in Portland, I found the record that is the same as this, so I ended up with both of them, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so this was the last cassette that I picked up at Rainy Day on that trip, and then that day I did find one single that I've been looking for, and that's X Hex. And this is the only single that they have out. They only have one album out right now, and this is on Merge Records, and this came out in 2014. And I played, I'm not sure if I played any X-Hex, I may not have, but it's just a really, really great band. It's Mary Timony from Helium and Wild Flag, Betsy Wright, and Laura Harris. And I really love, I just love their stuff so much. It's just fantastic. So if you don't know them, check them out. A lot of fun. Their music is just so much fun. It's kind of like Taco Cat to me in a way. It's just really, really great, fun music. You put it on this album, you're guaranteed to just feel good. So yeah, so I picked this 7-inch up. I was happy about that. But that was all I got at Rainy Day. Aside from Rainy Day is awesome. They have everything. They have postcards, they have posters, they have t-shirts. They had, you know, t-shirts not just from you know, their store, which I got one, but they also have t-shirts for different bands and a lot of K Records t-shirts. They also have pins, they have bumper stickers, they have all sorts of great stuff. So I ended up getting a ton of pins, and I got this t-shirt, and I got some postcards that are like vintage vinyl images and stuff. So that was pretty cool. And you know, we were kind of in a hurry to get down to Portland because we had to meet somebody, so we only got to spend a little time in the city, but I really loved it. And I felt like I didn't really get to enjoy Rainy Day as much as I wanted to. So later on in the week, when there was going to be a day where it was raining, we decided to go back to Olympia and check out Rainy Day again, and then just kind of like go through the town a little bit and see what we could find. They have great antique stores and thrift stores and stuff like that. So we drove back up. And this time when I went into Rainy Day, I had been record shopping all week, and I had all my want list in my head. And this time around, I came away with 4 records that I've been looking for. And what was really exciting is that all of them are sealed, and one of them is fairly newish, but 3 of them are a little bit older. So I was actually surprised to find them still sealed. So that was great. The first one that I got is the Taco Cat. This is their 2014 album, their second one. This is on Hardly Art, and I was looking for this one. I've been looking for their first release, but I haven't been able to find that one yet. So I got this one though. I was pretty happy about that. I haven't listened to it yet, but it's just on standard black vinyl, but I really like the custom center labels. And the second side has glitter, which matches the insert that comes with it, which is pretty cool. So it's this nice glittery insert. They're such a fun band, and all of their albums and their artwork and stuff is just so fun. I really love that about them. So I picked that one up, and then I picked up Gossip, Standing in the Way of Control. This one came out in 2006 on Kill Rock Stars, and I've been looking for it for quite a while, and it was sealed, which is pretty cool. And what's neat is it comes with this little insert that has all the lyrics and stuff to their songs, but when you unfold it completely, it's a poster, which is kind of cool because I'm pretty sure that at least one other album I have of theirs, maybe 2, also have posters in them. So I thought that was neat. And yeah, I love Gossip. I have quite a few of their albums and some of their singles. I just really enjoy their music. I know that that Beth Ditto, the lead singer, is actually, I think, recording a solo album right now. So I'm looking forward to that one as well, because she's just fantastic, phenomenal singer. So I got this one. And then one that I was super excited to find, and especially still sealed, is Le Tigre, Feminist Sweepstakes. This is such a great album. I love Le Tigre. This is actually the first record that I have of theirs in my collection. So it's got some great artwork on the back. I really love that. This one came out in 2001, and it's on MR.LADY Records on that label. So It's pretty cool. It's just a standard black vinyl, but with the printed insert with all the lyrics and everything. So that was really cool. And for my final record that I got at Rainy Day, this is the a Yo-Yo Go-Go compilation. This is the 1997 concert, and it has some great stuff on it. It has some Velvet Sidewalk, Slater Kinney, Dub Narcotic Sound System, Mecca Normal, Nikki McClure, Lois, Built to Spill, Modest Mouse, Elliott Smith. Really cool stuff. So yeah, I'm really happy to find this. I've had it on my want list forever, and didn't expect to find a sealed copy. So this thing is just beautiful. It's a double LP, and yeah, I was just so excited to find this because this came out in 1999. So pretty cool. Yeah, so I picked this one up as well. So Olympia, or Rainy Day Records, boy, they had a lot of great stuff. That record store is probably, I would say, definitely one of my favorites, just because they had so much neat stuff in it. My cat is helping me, of course. So they had just such cool stuff in there. Really great vibe. Everyone was really cool. I'm actually working on a web series, which hopefully maybe in the next few months finally get episode 1 put together. But they were really cool. They let me film a little bit in there and stuff. So yeah, so I loved Rainy Day Records, and I actually thought that was the only record store in Olympia, but it turns out there is one more, and I think it's a little bit newer, and it's called Fuzz. And I just kind of happened upon it when I was at a cool, like, vintage clothing store next door called Dumpster Values, and I thought, all right, well, it's a small little space, but let's just go in and see what we can find. So I found a couple of good things there. I first found this Bangs album, Call and Response. It's a 10-inch. I have had this one on my want list for a long time too, and this one was sealed as well, so that's cool. And what's really neat is the color of this vinyl. It's so cool. It's white and green, kind of marbly looking. It's really, really neat. There's side B with the custom label. Really dig this color. It's so neat. So I was really surprised again to find this one. Still sealed. This is from 2002, and it's on Punk in My Vitamins Records. So I picked that one up, and then I found a couple of used singles. The first one I found was Ruby Falls. They're on VILL AKULA Records. This record actually is from 1994, and like I've said before, I really like the VILL AKULA label, and I'm looking to kind of collect everything on that label that I can, because it was so short-lived, and they don't have a gigantic catalog. So this one had been on my radar for a while, and I was really psyched to see it. So I picked this one up. And then something cool that I found, it was Kathleen Edwards. This is a promo single off of Zoe Records. Kathleen Edwards is a Canadian singer-songwriter. I really love her stuff. And this one came out in 2005. So I was kind of surprised to see it, because she's more from Eastern Canada. So I was surprised to see it, you know, in Olympia, Washington. But that was really cool. So I was psyched to pick this one up. I have another Kathleen Edwards single that I picked up actually last December, excuse me, at a records show in Northampton, Massachusetts, and I have her album Voyager on vinyl as well. So really excited to pick this one up. And then as I was at the register about to pay, I looked down. They had a glass case, and it had some rarer stuff in there, and I spotted what looked to me like a BIKINIKILL tape, and I looked at it, and it did not look like the repress that's come out recently. And and I was like, oh boy, I think this might be the original Bikini Kill, the one that was self-released, handmade, not released on vinyl or anything, no label. So I asked the guy, I said, is that an original Bikini Kill record or tape? And he said, well, it's about as, you know, original as you can get. It still has the K Records distribution sticker on the back of it, because even though they weren't on label, K Records did distribute the album. So I said, oh, well, let me take a look at it. I knew that it was very rare. I know that there aren't a lot of them out there. They're very hard to get, and I know they go for big bucks. So so he showed it to me, and of course it was on my second to last day of record shopping, and I said, oh boy, that's, you know, it's a pretty steep price, but it's actually, you know, it's reasonable for what it is. But I wasn't sure I wanted to spend that kind of money, because I had spent hundreds on records and stuff while I was on vacation. So I thought, well, maybe I shouldn't. I walked outside, and about 5 minutes later had realized that it was kind of dumb to walk away from an original Bikini Kill cassette. So I went back and I splurged and I bought it. So here it is, Revolution Girl Style now. You can see the distributed by K Records sticker on the back. And yeah, I mean, this thing is about as handmade as you can get. Here's the insert with lyrics, and it's just so cool. I almost don't want to handle it, get my greasy fingers on it, because seriously, this is so cool, and it's just such a huge part of riot girl history. I mean, this came out in 1991, totally self-released. The tape itself is just written on with like silver Sharpie marker. I've seen other copies of this online, and they're all a little bit different, again, because they were handmade and assembled. So this is probably, I would say, probably the best piece I have in my collection. It's not even vinyl, just because it is such a huge part of history, and it is so hard to find. And I actually feel like I got a pretty good deal on it, even though it was expensive, because these just don't come along. And it was really cool to find it right in Olympia too. I didn't have to buy it online. Got it right in a record store, right in Olympia, where all of this kind of started. So totally cool. Best find ever. Yeah, and so I left Olympia that day feeling pretty damn good about all the things that I'd found, because this was the last thing I actually purchased before I got a lovely phone call from my parents telling me that my house had been broken into. So and then we just jetted to Seattle and got right back home. So yeah, I couldn't be happier with this. Yeah, super excited to get this one, even though it's not vinyl. They never had a vinyl release originally, but they did finally re-release everything. It was last year, and so yeah, so now you can get the vinyl, but back then it was this cassette tape. So yeah, I still can't believe it. I kind of like, I have it wrapped up in like several layers of like protection, and I have it set aside in some place where, like, you know, no cats can get to it, or, you know, it's gonna be hard to find it. So, but I feel like I kind of need like some sort of a glass case with an alarm on it, because I love this thing so much. So yeah, so those were my finds from Olympia. So I really wish I could have spent a lot more time just hanging out in the town and kind of seeing all there is to see. But boy, they really have some really excellent record stores. So if you ever find yourself in Olympia, Washington, and you know, definitely check out Rainy Day Records. Definitely check out Funk Fuzz. I love both of those places. And yeah, I have a ton more to show you guys. So this is just gonna be part one. What I'm gonna do probably next time is break it down by store. in Portland, there are just so many record stores. I went to so many places. There are 3 locations of Everyday Music. 2 are in Portland and 1 is in Beaverton, Oregon. And I went to all 3 of them, so probably I will do, and I found great stuff at all of them. So probably I'm going to do, my next video will just be selections from Everyday Music stores. And then I will move on from there, because I do have a ton of great stuff to show you guys. And I'm happy to be back and sort of sharing all my finds. So until next time, hopefully I'll get that video done in the next week or so, and I'll post that for you guys to see. So in the meantime, take care, and I'll see you guys online.